um, related to the script. So, we'd have some, acting going on about what would happen if you were in the World Trade Center that day, and then we had a song about it. So this is my first big thing, and everything I'm doing with JoeyDCares today, some of it happened with this in May of 2002. So I had, while not yet under the name JoeyDCares, in May of 2002, I had a concert at my high school to benefit the victims of September 11th. So this is my alma mater, which is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Penn Manor High School. This concert was very similar to where I would like to see this current group go. I composed all the music. Now, at this point, I actually did compose all the music, and what we're doing today is mostly covers. Because this is a bigger venture for me, and I want to make sure the kids are happy, and I don't know if they're going to like my music or what. And I don't know if the general public will like it, I guess. So this is why I'm taking the opposite approach there. Recorded a CD, made posters and T-shirts. The story was in the newspaper and on TV. So the idea that we had things to sell. It's not just about getting people there and paying for a ticket, or maybe getting them there and not paying for a ticket. I mean, you never know where the money's going to come from, and to make people feel like they have to pay to go see something is good, and for that. But sometimes it's just about going, and then I didn't buy a ticket, but I bought a shirt and a CD, and that is the same idea. So we have, and there's this multiple, as a business, you want more than one way to sell something. So we have multiple ways to sell something and to raise money. CD, posters, T-shirts. Okay. And then we took the publicity and had something in the newspaper and on TV. And again, I talked about dancers and actors with scripts. So I'm not sure about the acting thing for now, maybe in the future. But again, I would like to get some dancers going on with this. Let me see my next. Okay. Well, this talks about something real quick, but I want to go back to this. I want to let you know I used friends that I had from high school who were just out of high school or had been playing out of high school for a while or still in high school, but they were good musicians. However, I don't think they hold a candle to mostly, pretty much all your kids. It's like, I have to say, when this happened, it was like pulling teeth to get people to practice. It's getting pulling teeth to get them to really get the music down. And in the presentation tomorrow, I'm going to show you a CD of what we did. But I tell you, with the 3 months that I worked with your kids, they just have more drive than I think that I had, working with this other group. And I thought, being my alma mater and being that some of these people were my friends at the time, that it would be a lot easier, but it was like pulling teeth. And so to know that today I sit here with kids that are very much inspired, hopefully just determined, a lot of focus, is good for me. It's very rewarding, and it's also nice that they can pull off some things that people I thought were in high school could do, but couldn't. So your kids are amazing, bottom line, and it's really great to work with them. And then, don't take this the wrong way, but the fact that you're paying to also work with me to work on this is huge. I mean, because it's already going to be hard to get this thing started, and a lot of it has to do because of money things. Like, some of my ideas, what we see, is going to be because of money, and getting a registration fee to help us get into a studio is great. When we recorded the CD 10 years ago or whatever, the guy did it literally for free. I mean, which is hopefully what we can get close to now, but you're not always going to find that. So having someone register and pay for it is amazing. So I just want to make sure I thank you that for having such great kids that can do more things than some of my good friends when I was in high school and after graduating college couldn't even do. And your kids are in middle school and high school. So growing up, I wanted to be famous so that I could use my being a celebrity to help others. Thought it wouldn't happen and gave up. After my trip to Las Vegas on the show America's Got Talent, I realized that I should still try to help others, even if I am not famous. So I always help others, obviously, but I'm talking about charity, and I'm talking about doing a big concert type of deal. So here's that America's Got Talent. When I went to America's Got Talent, it really opened my eyes to not give up on my dreams, to be honest. I think I gave up on playing, and I really didn't want to look at my instrument, and I just think I gave up on things. And this kind of woke me up a little bit and said, if you're getting this close to FaceTime on national television, maybe there's still something in there that you can kind of work on. And being famous has a lot to do with luck, I think, but having a charity group has to do with hard work, and I can do the hard work. um, so the history of JoeyDCares. I have a website and an email marketing campaign with approximately 500 people on the list. So this is starting to get to the current state after the America's Got Talent. I basically started doing this stuff. Recent fundraisers have been from women's shelters, homelessness, and the American Cancer Society. So we're going to go and talk about this American Cancer Society gig. It was the biggest thing I had to date. It was a black tie event. Approximately 100 people attended, $20 per ticket. Live band, DJ, silent auction, raffle ticket, video games, casino night theme with approximately 10 tables, poker, blackjack, roulette, and more. Now this was for parents or adults, excuse me. This is for adults. This wasn't for, obviously, like what we're doing. But the idea is that it's an event. The idea that we had 100 people pay $20 a ticket to go. And then all these other things that we can have at an event. We have that band. Then we have a DJ, silent auction, raffle ticket, video games. People could pay to get video game tickets, and they were playing Wii all night, but you play a game for a certain price for a ticket. We had casino night theme with approximately about 10 tables, poker, blackjack, roulette. And what you would do was people would pay for poker chips, and that money would go to the charity. And they would go play all night and come back, and it was a really good time. It was my birthday present to myself, but this is just me almost showing you that I've done this before, and this was pretty much done by me, by myself. My parents helped, but a lot of it was me. Okay, so American Cancer Society, all proceeds went to the ACS. Monies from ticket sales, t-shirts, posters, photography, silent auction, raffle ticket, video game, casino game chips. So I want to say that, go back. I'm sorry. I want to say that I raised money for American Cancer Society, but I will say I spent probably $4,000 of my own money. The place cost $1,200, and the food. It was a nice place. The band cost probably about $200 to $400. The tables cost about $1,000, $1,200, and then all the little things like the niceties of like the balloons and making it look nice cost a bunch of money. I put it all on the line. It was a huge gamble. I got the money back through the ticket sales and the money made that night. But to be honest, I was probably about $1,500 under. So unfortunately, I didn't give any money to the American Cancer Society because I didn't have any. And all I could say that I did was raise awareness. So it was very heartbreaking for me that I didn't raise any money. But the idea was there. That was where the start was. So I guess I feel bad enough to tell you that I didn't raise money. Sorry. But we had awareness, and we had someone come out and speak about what they do and things like that. Okay, so this is really talking closer to current. After the budget cut made to my position, I thought about how I could make the best out of the situation. I thought about ways to raise money to support a student-led band orchestra that plays for charity. So